Hey, what's up guys? This is Foryam again back with a new video. Minecraft Dungeons, the tower, and of course the seasonal adventures. A huge update which we talked about for many months and our expectations were high, guys. But I am disappointed. Honestly, there are no other words to put it. I am very disappointed, and probably by the time you're watching this video, you are too. Today, I'm gonna talk about pretty much everything you need to know, which I think is wrong about this update, why the tower and the seasonal adventures are simply not fun, why there's no replay value, and why Minecraft Dungeons is probably gonna die if no changes will happen in the future. Guys, I honestly, sincerely didn't want to make this video. I really hoped for pushing out content every single day, but I simply can't do it. I want to be honest with everyone, so let's get right to it. Alright, so here we are once again in the base camp for one more time this year, and I want to start off this video by saying I'm sorry guys. I apologize for hyping everyone in the past months for this big update because I think it is simply not fun. I apologize for stealing your time. I mean, I feel like I stole your time by hyping up this update, by sharing my speculative take on it, what the rewards were gonna be like, how epic this was gonna be for the endgame players who were stuck kind of with no new content. I sincerely hoped that this update was gonna fix that problem, but it simply didn't. And I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to make videos every single day saying how you can beat the tower, how you can get your hands on adventure points as quick as possible, because it just feels bad. I want to be honest with you, so yeah, let's just get started, because in the first place, didn't want to make this video, but I just want to be honest. So first of all, we have the Adventure Hub, and a little bit further in this place, we have the tower. And boy, oh boy, I was excited when I saw the tower. I was like, oh yeah, baby, let's get started. Let's get right to it. And I clicked this thing, and my first impression was like, okay, this drawing is cool. So, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed that the tower avatar is not your character, but just with a blue reskin over it. So, the tower changes every 3 weeks. That is something pretty cool, right? Every 3 weeks you have a new tower layout to master, to put your skills to the test pretty much. We already knew that this was gonna happen, but the problem is right here, that there is simply no replay value in the tower, because every single time when you play it, the items will be exactly the same. The loot is always the same, there are no secrets, so this is also something which I talked about earlier. They said that there was going to be secrets hidden here and there in the tower, so keep your eyes open. Well, I kept my eyes open, I looked in every nook and cranny, and there are simply no secrets at all. There is one secret though, and big shout out to Bolt Muddy for sharing this one with me. If you pet the dog in the camp, you have a little animation, and I think that's the only secret that's there, but that's a huge disappointment in my opinion, because I did expect to see some secrets popping up on the tower. They simply weren't there. Anyways, back to the tower. So the loot is exactly the same on each level. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, all the way to 30. You will be able to choose exactly the same items, which you also saw in the previous run. So I think the replay value right here already starts to become pretty bad. Next to that, there are also many floors which are broken. Floor number 5 and I think floor number 22, it's called. These are extremely broken in comparison with the difficulty of the other floors. They are almost impossible, and especially floor level 10, the boss floor with the cauldron. So many people complained about this. It's simply not fun, simply not fair. You have to fight a boss like that at the very first boss floor, let's say. Then we also have the Power Smith, the Unique Smith, and also the Gilded Smith. I don't know exactly what they're called, but these are a pretty cool addition to the game. I really like him, honestly. The design is pretty epic. Some people in the Discord said these guys look pretty sus, and yeah, their design is cool. I love them, but at the same time, they feel kind of useless in the tower. They don't really have a significant presence, let's say. They pop up at level 9, 19, and 29. Right before the boss floor, so it does make sense, but there's only 3 of them on 30 levels. Why didn't they add these smiths to, let's say, floor level 3, level 7, level 12, level, I don't know, 16 or 17, 22, 23, 27, so you have more of these smiths popping up, for example, at a combat floor. So if you beat the combat floor waves, you find one of these smiths at the very end of that floor, so you don't have them on a separate floor, which in my opinion feels a little bit like a filler. It's just a lost floor, pretty much. But of course, you get a reward, which is nice. But I think it's more interesting to focus on the layouts on the combat floors. Maybe there should also be some puzzle floors, some mysterious floors. Right now, we only have combat floors, enchanting floors, and boss floors. And I am a little bit disappointed because we did speculate about this. We really hoped for some puzzle floors and other interesting things to keep things new and interesting all the time, because right now it just feels like you're just grinding your way to the end of the tower, and at the very end, that's the final problem right here, is that not only are the floors broken, but after defeating the entire tower, you get to choose one reward, so one unique or one rare or one common, and the only upside right here is that the power level can be 263. But why would you spend over an hour on, for example, Apocalypse to beat the tower to get your hands on one single item? And the chances are pretty high that the item is not really what you're looking for. It's not going to be a fighter's bindings or anything. So I think on the Ancient Hunts, you will definitely have a higher chance of getting your hands on a piece of armor or a weapon that you actually are going to use. Right now, you just get something that's pretty bad. And I think that kind of eliminates the replay value of the tower as whole. You don't want to play it after you've completed a single time, because there is no significant reward. You don't get your hands on a special cape for completing it. Many people are struggling to even beat it in the first place. But then they also mentioned that the tower was going to be the place to be. The numero uno place to be to get your hands on adventure points. And I missed it. I think I missed it because you can barely get your hands on any enchantment points right here. When we did our first couple runs, I think we did 3 to 4 runs on the live stream. We went to the adventure hub and we saw only the bar filled up all the way to this one. So not even rank 1. And that's the next problem, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But you barely get your hands on any adventure points. So yeah, that's my take on the tower. If it had randomized gear, so if every single run was randomized, of course the floor can be exactly the same, but if the items which you can choose from are randomized, it would make things so much more fun. If the floors weren't broken, it would be so much better as well. I would give it an 8 to 10 or maybe even a 9 to 10 if it was very well executed. Right now I can't even give it a 5 to 10. It's more like a 3 or 4 to 10 max. So I am disappointed regarding that one. And guys, we didn't even speak of the fact that the tower itself is a single player experience. Once again, we know that it was gonna be single player. I personally don't care that much because I always play the game solo so I can prepare guides, etc. But if people only play together, why would I ever go in the tower if I always play with my children, with my friends, with my brother, my sister, with my parents? You don't want to do something solo if you can play together, right? And I think this is a huge opportunity to miss out on by not making this multiplayer. Of course, it's not gonna be super balanced if you can play it with more people. But then again, what is balanced in Minecraft Dungeons? I mean, if you look at the highest Apocalypse Plus difficulty levels, they are insanely broken. Daily trials can be super broken. The raid captains can be broken. They are all unbalanced. So let people enjoy the tower with their families. How difficult can that be? Just make it multiplayer, make them deal 50% less damage, or give them less HP, give them less ammo. I don't care. Just give people the option. It's not that this is a competitive game. It's not like you have a ranking with hardcore, for example. Would have been cool if they eventually added a hardcore with a ranking or ladder system. The further you progress in the hardcore Minecraft Dungeons character, let's say, the higher you get in the Hall of Fame. That's also an idea which I pushed out like many months, if not over a year ago. But make the tower multiplayer. It's simple as that. Also, if you open up the map, right here we can see the tower and the adventure hub, so we can access them quickly by just clicking on those. But you also see this connected status, right? I want to point out that the tower and the adventure hub entirely are both requiring a connected status. So I completely agree that you need to be online in order to access, of course, content which you possibly pay for with a paid track. But if you follow the free track, this can happen offline as well, right? Why would it require you to be online? Exactly the same with the tower. I mean, that's the stupid thing about it. We just said that it is not possible to play the tower multiplayer. So why do you need the connected status? It literally makes no sense. Of course, you don't need to pay for an active subscription or whatever, or that's what I heard from the most people on the live stream. We had hundreds of people watching, and they said you can play the tower without any subscriptions, but with the connected status. But what if you're playing on an airplane, on a train to work, or if you're taking the bus to school and you don't have this connected status? You simply won't be able to play the tower. And I think that really sucks. I honestly think it's not a good design. I am not a coder as job, but I did study coding for at least a year, and I know it is gonna be super easy to implement something like this. So please let people just enjoy the tower, because it's already single player. Let them play the single player tower experience when they are on a train or a bus or whatever. But the Adventure Hub, my friends, is even worse. So basically, if you click the Adventure Hub, you see that there is a free track. Of course, we cannot complain about free rewards, right? We have a free track. On this one, we have some emeralds, then an empty slot, then more emeralds, some skins, and then we get the fox pet. Oh, we get the fox pet. Guys, I already have the fox pet right here. It was created months ago by Pinku Rinku. He just reskinned the Arctic Fox for me. I thought it would be a fun idea to ask this because my pet fox in real life is also orange and looks a little bit like a fox. And he made it in under 5 minutes, so it is that easy, guys. Anyways, back to the Adventure Hub. So right here we can see that, of course, on the free track, we have so much emeralds popping up. Right now we get 1,000 emeralds, but guys, if you do some speed trading, you will get your hands on these emeralds in no time. You just salvage all the commons, the rares, the uniques, and you will find thousands of emeralds in no time. You can even do the daily trials to farm for emeralds. And if you're in for the long term in Minecraft Dungeons, if you are already in the end game, who cares about emeralds? I mean, you already have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of emeralds by now. So why would you want to have emeralds? It's just not an interesting reward, except for the Downpour Cape. I think this is a really cool addition to the game, but at the same time, why is it at the end of this track? I mean, of course, it's cool. We have a cape as free reward. I really like that idea. And then at the paid track, you can also find a cape. But why isn't there a cape as reward for defeating the entire tower layout? I don't understand that. You can only choose between a common, a rare, or a unique, and that is pretty much it, after spending over an hour pretty much trying to beat that entire run. I think the pay track is even worse, because we already paid for a game. Multiple times, not just one time, guys. We paid for Minecraft Dungeons, the normal edition. I went for the Hero Edition, so I paid a little bit extra even. But right now, they're also introducing this paid track. Most of the time, when you have a Battle Pass or a paid track, it is for free-to-play games like Fortnite, Warzone, whatever. These games are entirely free, so they give you an experience. And most people like these games because they are simply good. They are well executed. The design is fantastic. So people decide to pay for content when they think the game is awesome. They're like, oh, I want to get my hands on skins. I want to shine bright like a diamond on the battlefield. I don't know. But right now, you get a pay track in the game. And if it were to be like $1 or $2 every season, because guys, be noted that you have to pay for this every single season. So that's after a couple weeks, it will get reset. So after 3 weeks, I think, you will have to buy a new season pass. So, of course, the rewards are a little bit cooler. So you get the Raven skin, you get the Cloud Watcher right here. You have, of course, a lot of flares. You have some more skins. You have these explosions and the frost. I think some of them are really awesome, especially the emotes. I think they spent a lot of time in making these, but at the same time, why would you spend more money on this game if the end game simply didn't get improved? There is no more playtime. There is no more value. Why would you spend your time playing all these things which you already did in the past months to get your hands on these emotes if you're not gonna show them off to anybody? Because I am afraid that most people will stop playing after this update. So right here you have another cape, which is pretty nice, and you also have these. Honestly, they are cool, but I don't see myself paying this money to continue playing the game. Also, the Enderling, of course, something many people looked forward to, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I refunded my adventure pass. So I paid for it and I refunded it because I think it simply wasn't worth it. So here's my recap for the seasonal adventures. The Adventure Hub is literally the only thing you have. There is nothing else, so you only have this screen as seasonal adventures with, of course, these challenges. If you open up the map, which was also shown on these trailers, that you can click on certain missions and there will be a challenge here and there, but there simply isn't. We still have only the daily trials. Of course, if you have all the DLCs, you can do some extra daily trials right there. But there is nothing other than the Adventure Hub. So that is the update. That concludes pretty much everything they introduced with this big update. And the problem right here is that the Adventure Point grind is real. It's gonna take you days, if not weeks, if you casually play only a couple hours a day to unlock all the rewards. And why would you do that? Because there is simply no end game. Nothing got added to the game to make it interesting to farm for these challenges. And of course, the challenges themselves aren't challenges in general. So if you check out the trailer of the seasonal adventures, you have a feeling that this is really gonna challenge you. I mean, you see the guys throwing TNT and defeating a bunch of mobs at the same time, so you think that's gonna be an epic challenge, defeat like 10 mobs with 1 TNT. So those looked pretty interesting, but right now, if we have a look at the weekly challenges, use 600 potions, collect 250 gold, open 130 chests, defeat 9,000 mobs, eat 550 times a food item. Who would ever like to do one of these challenges? You have an entire week, obviously, to do these. But why would you log in and say like, oh, I'm really looking forward to eating 500 pieces of bread today. Or, oh man, I'm gonna farm for the chest. I'm gonna do 100 chests right now. No, nobody wants to do that. If you get challenged, which I was expecting of the weekly challenges. The free track is pretty bad. I mean, it is entirely free, so I can't complain about it. Then we also have the paid track. I don't think they should charge you $4 every, or €4 every single couple weeks for that. Heck, if it's once a month, the battle pass. Let's say you are stupid enough, sorry if I put it this way, but if you're stupid enough to fall for this and go for another 12 months of adventure passes, you will lose another $48 or euros to this game. That's almost 50 euros. You can buy so many things with that. You can do so many awesome things. Go get your hands on Minecraft. Go for the DLCs. I think the Echoing Void, for example, has awesome content, has a lot of replay value. I enjoyed playing it during the live stream. We had over 1,400 people watching during the live stream. Right now, at the very top of the tower, was like 400 to 500 maximum. That's less than half amount of viewers. And that already speaks for itself, right? People didn't find this update interesting, and I think this is a call to action for the developers. They really need to fix things. They have to start focusing on endgame content. They need to focus on more variety for rewards. The rewards have to be more interesting for the tower. The challenges have to be more fun for the Adventure Hub or the seasonal adventures. Daily trials have to become more interesting. We need a storage system with favoriting items so we can actually just make a build, and when we click one button we can instantly equip all these items, so we don't have to search for every single artifact, piece of armor, weapon and ranged, so we can switch from our combat gear to our speedrun gear, let's say. All those kind of things are interesting. Go for a progression system, go for a talent system. Diablo 3 is a perfect example of how it should, or how it could be, pretty much. It doesn't have to be exactly the same game, but this simply is not fun anymore to play for me personally. So many of you guys also shared the same opinion in the Discord. Conclusion of this video, guys, the update is not fun. I don't recommend playing it because you will be disappointed. And it saddens me to share this feeling, but it's just the way how I feel, and most of you guys also shared the same opinion, the same thoughts, the shame feelings on Discord. My expectations were too high. Once again, I apologize for hyping everyone. We had some expectations, we speculated about a lot, but no, this is not for me, and so many people on Discord, on YouTube, shared the same feelings, and I am 100% certain I made so many people buy not only Minecraft Dungeons, but also all the in-game content like the DLCs for hundreds, if not thousands of euros. So I did a lot of promotion for this game, but this was all with pure love. And right now I'm just super disappointed that it has come to this point, that I am just kind of deciding to stop playing it until we get our hands on a big new update, which fixes all these problems which I addressed in the video. Let's be serious, guys. Minecraft Dungeons is part of Microsoft. It's a huge company. They have all the resources in the world, pretty much. They have a lot of manpower. They can invest a lot of money into this game. And what we've seen in the past months, in the past 1.5 years, is some pretty epic DLCs popping up, which I think were already kind of designed before the game got released, right? So they pretty much already had a plan of what they wanted to release in the coming years. But right now we have no future perspective of what we can expect of DLCs. Of course, everybody is tired of paying for new in-game content. We just want to have a nice working game, and we don't want to have these boring repetitive daily trials and feel like we have to pay for new content with the seasonal adventure pass. Since the release, of course, we saw a nice upgrade to the camp. So first we only had the blacksmith. You sold random items, so you couldn't upgrade anything right here. It was just an a random vendor, so it was working pretty much like the mystery merchant. Every time when you bought something, you just got a random crate. I think, by the way, the crates are a very awesome addition to the adventure hub. You can always just add crates to these empty slots. That's a stupid idea, but it could work. It could make it interesting for people to keep farming. Who wants to have empty rewards? Nobody, right? Of course, we also got our hands on the Ancient Hunts. Personally, I think they are still a pretty cool addition to the game, but at the same time, you're practically just wasting enchantment points for gilded items, and with the raid captains you can get way higher power level items, which are a lot more powerful, just way better. But yeah, this can be an extra challenge with the gold which you can get from the adventure hub. You can now also buy items, but if you look at the prices, it's just a huge grind. It will take you forever to get these items, and while you're doing that, you have to get rid of items, which is also a mechanic which I really don't like. So there are so many things which are not fun in the game right now, or just very tedious to farm for, to try and get some new items which you don't even need in the first place. So yeah, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. So I think they know what they can change, what they can improve. Once again, I'd love to call with the developers and talk about everything in depth, because I can't make this video an hour long or whatever. It has to be interesting for everybody. But I am just disappointed. I'm sad that I had to let down so many people. I once again apologize for hyping this update so much and resulting in just me being sad and all you guys being sad. Also, if I look at the Discord community, there are like 5,000 people counting on me to push out new content for Minecraft Dungeons. And I really enjoyed it until now. But I think this is the moment where I'm gonna have to say, guys, sorry, but I can't do it anymore. I mean, it was fun, but until we get a new big update with a lot of changes, improvements being made to the game, I think I'm just gonna focus on my Minecraft Hardcore, because I really enjoy those streams. Only a 10th of the amount of people are watching, but you guys know that I don't care about fame, don't care about the money. Anyways, I invite you to come to the Minecraft Hardcore. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, maybe, and hopefully there will be a big update soon to all this, so we can have fun playing Minecraft Dungeons again. Right now though, I don't see it. Guys, big thanks for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, you probably didn't, but anyways, hit that like button if you want to, and of course, I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.